I came earlier today and I saw you practicing on the court.
Yeah.
It's good to see you out there.
I appreciate it.
How you feeling after everything you went through?
I feel good, honestly. I feel good. Grateful to be back out there. And just working on getting back to being myself out there on the floor.
How do you do it? I mean, because a lot of people, they saw you getting injured twice.
Yeah.
2 major injuries in the last 2 years. Same thing happened to Klay Thompson. And a lot of players. How you go overcome all that?
I think
Physically and mentally.
I think a little bit of both. Obviously, you have to do the physical part, but the mental part is tough. There's just so many days in there where, especially when you do it back to back, they're just hard days, and you feel it gets very monotonous. But at the end of the day, if this is what you want to do, then you don't really have a choice. So it just you have to attack it with a positivity. I think just try to think of where you're gonna be, not necessarily where you're at right now.
And where are you right now? I mean, how do you feel? Overall, do you feel close
I
to
feel good.
full strength?
Yeah, I've been able to jump into some 5-on-5 the last couple of weeks. Get a little bit of live action in before camp, so I'm feeling good about where I'm at. Didn't know what it would look like, really, whenever the injury happened. Training camp was the goal, and so it's been nice to be able to get out there a little bit before that as well.
A lot of people consider you and obviously Davian, like kind of the same kind of player. Give it all, excellent defense. It's like having a twin right now, right?
Yeah.
It's good to have teammates like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think anytime you can get on the floor with somebody like that, especially on the defensive end, he makes the game a lot easier. So, looking forward to being able to get out there with him, seeing what kind of impact that we can have individually, together, collectively as a team. Also on the defensive end, I think we'll be able to do some special things.
And with Tyler being out the first few weeks of the season, that kind of opens the door too for opportunities, including you, because, maybe now there's an open spot on the starting lineup or more minutes coming off the bench. Do you see it that way, that your approach?
I think it's going to be an opportunity kind of for everybody to kind of step up a little bit, especially early on in the season. Like you said, I think no one's obviously going to fill the role that he fills for us, but just trying to do it collectively and make sure that, we're still winning games. And then hopefully whenever we add him back in, then we'll be in a really good spot.
How difficult was for you from the outside to see what happened, how the last season ended? First with all the turmoil from Jimmy's situation, and then the way the team was, even though they made a play of the way they were eliminated by the Cavs, how difficult was to see it, to witness that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough. I think it was tough for all of us that were here, everybody that was on the court, the staff, all the guys, definitely tough, definitely not how you want to end your year. But I think it's something that, one, we can learn from. You don't want to just wash it and forget about it. We can use some of that to drive us, especially early here on the season. But also, we have a new team. We got a lot of new pieces. And I think that we're going to be able to put something together.
And you've been here for a while now, even though you've been out of the court.
You've
been here for a while. You're one of the veterans in the team. How you kind of, impact the other players that are, the newer faces here?
Yeah, I think just, one, trying to lead by example. Just, do the right things. Just the little things, getting places on time, making sure that we have all that covered first. And then after that, just, playing the right way, making sure that we're understanding what we're trying to do collectively. And then, we got to hold each other accountable to that.
And collectively, do you feel in the team that you guys want to prove a lot of people wrong this season? Because everybody's saying, no, Heat, they don't have anything to compete for the title, for the East. Do you feel that you guys can?
Yeah, I think we're a little bit younger this year than we were last year, and I think we have a lot of guys that still feel like they have things to prove, still are striving for things in their career, different things like that. And I think that's a good spot to be. I think when you have a lot of hungry guys that want to compete together, then I think that translates.
What do you think Coach Spo sees in you? Because I think he's one of your biggest supporters. Above anybody else maybe in the organization. Yeah. Have you had the conversation with him that he'd tell you?
Yeah,
he expects from you?
I have, I've had some conversations with him, and I think he, one, just kind of appreciates the way that I go about, just how all of this has gone. But also I think he just has a belief in me that I'm able to impact the game. And I think, him having that belief has also instilled a little bit of confidence in me to, whenever I do get out there, to understand that he just wants me to be myself and go out there and try to impact winning.
Okay, well, thank you.
Absolutely, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Troy.
Ya que nos encontraste,
No nos pierdas.
Suscríbete al canal de YouTube de Telemundo Deportes.